Welcome to My 30-Day World, an exercise where in 30 days, we're all going to share about our homebrew worlds. Our homebrew world of Dragongrin is what we're going to be talking about today.
My 30-Day World is brought to you by the Dead Man's Guide to Dragongrin Kickstarter. Back it. It's live right now. You can find a link in the description, and you can hear more about Dragongrin in these videos.
James, what is today's question?
Today's question is, are constructs common in your world, and what is their role?
What do you think?
So the short answer is they're not very common in Dragongrin.
Right.
With sort of the caveat that the ones that do exist are very old and have been around for a long time and have very many roles, and we can get into that.
Sure.
But in Dragongrin, there are these constructs called tome hearts. We don't have things like Warforged or other sort of animated suits of armor that run around.
Right.
But we have these things called tome hearts that
Sure.
a long time ago were built by sort of the Titans that were the first people to be kind of on this region, and they fought the Primordials, whole thing, kind of like beginning of time type stuff.
Yeah, old stuff.
And they're these suits of armor that are animated, and they're usually made for specific roles. We kind of talked about how the Titans made them for war, like for fighting. This was an arm.
Right, so, and this was the idea. The idea behind a tome heart was, instead of it being just a robot made for fighting,
Yeah, magical robot,
it was that these constructs were created to house and protect information like an army of walking libraries. So instead of the Titans having books lining shelves, they would have repositories of tome hearts. Basically, that keeps the information safe.
Yeah.
A book can be destroyed in a fire, but if you can create this construct and impart this information into them, it can defend itself. It can also take commands and orders.
Yeah, it can make decisions. It
Right.
knows how to hide itself to make sure
Exactly.
it doesn't get destroyed.
Like, I love the idea that the Titans would say, oh, can you send the regiment with all those recipes and spells to this? And that entire library of information, armored and armed, could just move to a different location. That's kind of the idea. Then jump to now. Those things are awakening again.
Yeah, they were sort of just suits of armor that weren't animated anymore for a very long time.
Right.
And like you said, now something happened that where these suits of armor are basically standing up. Not only is all of this new knowledge potentially being introduced, old knowledge that they don't really know about being introduced back into the world in some ways, but it has plenty of other implications because, who do they listen to now? Who do they take orders from? Do they take orders? Are they sentient?
Exactly.
A lot of things, that we get to sort of explore with tome hearts in Dragongrin.
And as far as how they are going to factor into the world as far as players go, we are making it so that a tome heart can actually become awakened, meaning they forget a lot of their information they were imparted with, but sort of have a personality. So it's that very like new robot awakened to the world. I'm using robot because it's an understood reserved term. Yeah. They're not actually robots, but a new construct and sort of that learning mechanism could be a really cool, fun role-playing avenue. But yeah, I would say that is the role of the most popular construct in our world, and how common they are. And what about you guys?
We're not completely sure about this part yet, but we might put a Will Smith type character in there for when they eventually do rise up and try to kill everybody.
Exactly, canonically. So tell us about your Will Smith. And we're really glad that you're participating in My 30-Day World, and comment below on what you have done with your constructs in your world. Will Smith. iRobot.
Tell me about your Will Smith.
A Dead Man's Guide to Dragongrin, our campaign setting book, is live now on Kickstarter. We would love for you to consider backing the project and bring it to life.
We also want you to be involved in the My 30-Day World project. Not only does this allow us to tell you and everybody else about our world, but it allows you to do the same. But on whatever social media channel you're on, just tag it with the My 30-Day World hashtag. Participate. You don't need to worry about doing all of them. Skip a couple days. Pick the ones you want to do.
Don't limit yourself. It could be a tweet, a Facebook post. It could be a blog post, a video, a live stream. Whatever way you want to participate, build your world, and share it with us. Thanks so much.